This video is for anyone thinking about buying the Panasonic Lumix S5 IIX. I'm going to save you a ton of time and potential regret by revealing the brutal, honest problems you won't hear in the sponsored reviews. But here's what surprised me. After all those issues, I can't recommend any other camera in this price range. That's the confusing truth. Therefore, stick around because we're peeling back the marketing to see what this nearly $2,000 powerhouse really delivers. For the best price, click the link in the description. Act 1. The Siren's Song and the Hidden Rocks. Let's start with the dream Panasonic is selling. A full-frame mirrorless camera with phase detect autofocus finally. Unlimited recording. Internal ProRes and raw video output. It sounds like the perfect creator tool, a Swiss Army knife that solves every problem. The Amazon rating is a stellar 4.7 stars for a reason. But that's the setup. The reality is a series of frustrating compromises that feel intentional, like Panasonic is protecting their more expensive cameras. Therefore, let's dive into the first and biggest problem, the autofocus. They promised phase hybrid AF, and technically they delivered. It's fast. It's accurate in good light. The subject detection for humans and animals is genuinely impressive. But the moment you step into a challenging, real-world scenario, like a subject moving towards you erratically or in low-contrast lighting, the old Panasonic jitters reappear. It hunts. It pulses. It makes you look like you're trying to focus manually with a shaky hand. After using Sony or Canon's latest systems, this feels like a beta feature. It's like getting a sports car that has amazing top speed but occasionally forgets how to turn. Therefore, for critical solo shooting, you'll still be double-checking every take. Now, the second major gripe, the menu system. Panasonic, bless them, have designed a menu that feels like it was organized by a very smart but very chaotic librarian. Finding specific video functions like the IP streaming setup or the ProRes recording options is a mini-adventure every time. It's not intuitive. Compared to the streamlined logic of some competitors, it's a time sink. But you do get used to it. Therefore, prepare for a steep initial learning curve that will have you Googling "where is" more often than you'd like. My first joke. Setting up the S5 IIX for a live stream is easier than explaining Panasonic's menu logic to your grandparents. It's possible, but you'll need diagrams. Act 2. The deep dive, where it shines and where it burns. Let's talk about what this camera absolutely nails. Video image quality and stabilization. This is the contrarian snapback. The 6K OpenGate and 5.8K ProRes internal recording is phenomenal. The color science from the V-Log-V gamut is gorgeous, giving you a massive 14+ stops of dynamic range to play with. The active IS for walking shots is witchcraft. You can get buttery smooth footage without a gimbal in many situations. Therefore, for a deliberate filmmaker or a controlled shooter, this is a dream machine. The heat management with its tiny fan works. Unlimited recording isn't a lie. I've run it for hours and it just goes. That's a huge win for event shooters or long-form content, but there's always a but. The form factor. It's small, which is great for portability, but for larger hands or when adding heavy lenses, it becomes unbalanced. The grip is good, but not deep enough. You'll want a cage, which adds cost. And that fan. It's quiet, but it's not silent. In a perfectly quiet room, you will hear a faint whir on your audio. Not a deal breaker, but another compromise. Therefore, your perfect audio setup now needs to consider camera noise. It's the camera equivalent of a snoring cat, mostly harmless, occasionally annoying. Joke number 2. The S5 IIX's fan is like a dedicated behind-the-scenes crew member. It's always working hard, and sometimes it just really wants to be in the final mix. Let's discuss a hidden problem, lens ecosystem. The L-mount alliance with Leica and Sigma sounds great, and there are fantastic lenses. But the native Panasonic lens lineup is still growing, and the best ones are expensive. You're often adapting or looking at third-party options. Compared to the vast, often more affordable selections for Sony E-mount, it feels limited. Therefore, your total system cost might balloon beyond your initial camera budget. This isn't a problem with the camera itself, but a crucial consideration before you buy into the system. Act 3. The verdict: who should actually buy this? So after all those problems, the finicky AF, the confusing menus, the noisy fan, the lens ecosystem, why is this review title not just "Don't Buy It"? Because of the therefore. Therefore, for a specific creator, these problems are mere speed bumps on a highway of capability you simply cannot find elsewhere near this price. If you are a hybrid shooter who prioritizes cinematic image quality, incredible stabilization, and professional video codecs like ProRes RAW over HDMI above all else, this camera is a steal. Think about it. You get internal ProRes, a fan for unlimited recording, and fantastic color science in a sub-$2,000 body. Its closest competitors either lack the codec support, have worse stabilization, or cost significantly more. The S5 IIX is a specialist. It's not the best all-arounder, but for its specialty, being a compact, unstoppable video production machine, it's nearly peerless. Joke 3. Choosing the S5 IIX is like marrying a brilliant neurosurgeon who can't remember where they left the car keys. You accept the quirks for the unmatched skill. Who should avoid it? If your primary work is fast-paced, run-and-gun documentary work where perfect autofocus is non-negotiable, look at Sony or Canon. If you want the simplest, most intuitive user experience straight out of the box, this might frustrate you. But if you are willing to work with its autofocus, master its menus, and leverage its staggering video strengths, you will be rewarded with images that punch far above this price point. Final joke. Using the S5 IIX is a lesson in relationships. You don't focus on its flaws. You learn to appreciate its unique strengths, and together, you create something beautiful. So, my final resolution. The Panasonic Lumix S5 IIX is a deeply conflicted masterpiece. It is simultaneously frustrating and brilliant. The problems are real, and they will annoy you. But the value proposition for the right user is utterly undeniable. It's the camera that says, "I'll give you Hollywood-grade video tools, but you have to meet me halfway." Therefore, don't buy the Panasonic Lumix S5 IIX if you expect perfection. Do buy the Panasonic Lumix S5 IIX if you are a creator who sees its raw potential and is ready to unlock it. It's a tool that demands skill but repays it with incredible results. For the best price available right now on Amazon, click the link in the description below.